Hello, all. I'm Chanel Childs, and I wanted to talk to you today about some of the lessons that I've learned from the top producers in the industry, in the online marketing industry. And, the reason why I'm here, to give you a little background on why I decided to join the online marketing community and why I decided to join Empower Network. So one of the main reasons why I decided to join Empower Network was because I saw that a very special thing about the company. One of the things that I noticed were that some of the most successful people, and the most not only successful people, but the most influential people who were very inspiring were with that company. And so I thought to myself, wow, I noticed how a lot of these really top producers were with this one specific company. And I honestly kept ignoring it and ignoring it. I would learn from one of the individuals, then I'd keep moving, then I'd learn from another one and keep moving until finally I ran into my mentor, Paul Hutchings, who I had met on a conference call, who on the Think and Grow Rich Mindset call. We meet Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern time. And Paul actually inspired me in a way that I eventually decided that I wanted to connect with him and see what he was doing. When I found that Paul was actually with Empower Network, it really changed everything, because I thought, okay, this is my time to get started with this network. So to make a long story short, I ended up joining Empower Network back in October of 2014. More of my here that I've learned from some of the top producers in the online marketing industry are things that are very simple. Over time, I've been listening to one of my major mentors, which is actually Dave Wood, who's the founder of our network. I've been listening to one of his audios, and one of the things that he keeps saying is to keep it simple. I mean, not necessarily to keep it simple, but I mean, that's what he's not necessarily saying keep it simple. His main point is to keep it simple, meaning that he's asking you and I to keep it simple, to not get all wrapped up in, not producing. His main goal for each and every person that listens to his audios, what it seems like to me, or what I've picked up on it from, is to focus on things that bring you income. Especially when it comes to people who are new and starting out with online marketing or network marketing or whatever it is, whatever business it is that you're a part of. And first of all, I want to welcome everybody who's from every different kind of business. It doesn't matter what business you're a part of, where you're from, or what you're doing, but the information here is for you, and the information here is powerful, and it's here to help you to take the next steps in your life and the next steps in your business. So one of the things that I found, not only from David Wood, but I've heard it from other successful entrepreneurs too, is that you want to keep it simple. Going back to the basics of doing the things that you already know how to do. Because a lot of times we can get caught up in thinking that we need to go here, or we need to go there, or we need to do this, or we need to do that, when really all we need to do is focus on the stuff that really matters. And with Empower Network, one of our main focuses is actually adding value. Our key for each and every person, and please keep in mind that there is no guarantee that you'll earn any money from the Empower Network's products or services. Please see the income disclosure at empowernetwork.com/PHP, or sorry, empowernetwork.com/income.php. So one of the main things that Empower Network talks about is inspiring people to take the next steps in their lives, the next steps in their business, by providing value to their audience, their target market. Value is the key. Value is the number one thing. And not only adding value, but adding value with your heart, talking about and teaching about the things that you are the most passionate about, helping others and inspiring others through the things that you care, by talking about the things that you care the most about. What is it that you care the most about? What is it that you love? What is it that you're passionate about? And with Empower Network, we're mainly focused on, our main system is blogging. We really encourage everyone to blog about their passions, blog about the things that you're passionate about, because it can actually help you to attract people who actually want to learn from you, who are ready to learn from you, ready to connect with you, ready to follow you, and ready to teach and grow with you. And so going back to the basics, one of the things that I found not only from David Wood but from other marketers too, is that, we want to keep things simple. And I know that you've probably heard that. If you've ever been in sales, if you've ever been in marketing, you heard keep it simple. And that is really the key. It's really what happens is, I believe that sometimes we can let fear get in the way of our destiny, and it can stop us from taking the next steps in our lives and the next steps in our business, because we fear that we don't know what to do. Well, you have all the tools that you need inside of you right now. We all internally know what to do. You and I both know what we need to do, but we let a lot of times our head get in the way of our actions. We let our fears stop us from moving forward. We let our, the things that don't matter stop us from doing the things that we want to accomplish. And that's why I'm here today, because I want to encourage you, to keep going no matter where you're at in your business, no matter if you've seen any results, no matter what you're doing today, or, what you're going to be doing tomorrow. The key here for each and every one of us and each and every one of you is to, move forward in a way that's going to allow you to inspire others, add value, and really help others do the things that, that they care the most about. So one of the things that, it really struck me. I actually went to an Empower Network event just about a week ago. We got back about a week and a half ago. And at the event, please excuse me, I'm a little sick, but one of the things that we actually, one of the things that I actually focused, or one of the things that I learned at the event was, something that's very simple that we all know how to do, but not everybody does it for some reason. Whatever reason that people don't do it, they don't do it. So one of the things that people don't do that I've noticed is that they don't write down their goals. A lot of times we can get caught in life without actually setting any goals. We forget to take the time to set goals. There may be certain times in our lives where we're taking goals, or we're taking massive action. We're like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do, because we want to accomplish a specific goal, or we want to get to the next level. We're moving somewhere, we're doing whatever it is. We're getting into school, or we're graduating, we're starting our career, whatever it is that we're doing at the time. We may have these goals written down and set up. Well, one thing that I've learned from actually from some other successful marketers is that you don't. It's not a goal until you write it down. And you'll hear successful people say that all the time, because it's really not, and myself included. When I was in college, when I was living in Colorado, I actually got myself, started, I thought, okay, I want to move out to California, and these are the steps that I need to take. And so I took those steps, and I was very goal oriented. I was very into pursuing that which I desire. I'm like, I got to get in school. I got to find this. I got to get an apartment. I've got to know where I'm going, where I'm going to work, and all these things. So I had all my, stuff together and got ready to go and went. And so when I got there, I was very driven. I was very like, oh yeah, let's go. And I found myself writing down goals. And this was before I really knew anything about, I knew nothing about online marketing, and I definitely knew nothing about the power of the law of attraction, and how, when we write things down, it actually, ends up a lot of times it ends up happening if it's in alignment with what it is that we truly desire, or if it's in our best interest, and it depends on whatever your beliefs are. You can have your own beliefs. I believe in the law of attraction. I believe that it works. I believe that that it's a process that, is there no matter what. It's always operating, and we can choose to, either use it for our good, or just not pay attention to it and really harm, use it for the things that, that aren't so good, and so, but that's for an entirely different hangout. But one of the things that I found that I was doing was, I was taking action in the way of really writing down goals, and I didn't know how it was happening, but I started to notice that I was taking action in ways that, I started to just connect and notice that I was taking action and actually producing these goals. I had written them down, and I would notice in my apartment how I had written the things that I had written down, I had actually accomplished. Whether it was an assignment at school, or I needed to do this or that, whatever it is that I needed to get accomplished, I was actually accomplishing those things that I wrote down. And I had a friend who had actually moved out to California shortly after me, and I was telling that person, like, hey, I'm noticing how when I write down these goals, I go back and I look at it, and it's actually happening. I've accomplished the goals that I've written down. So you should do it too. I got it all excited about it. And so, this person started doing it, and I'm sure that they started to get results. And after that, you know, I ended up kind of, I guess, falling off track a little bit. I was in school and I got really busy. You know, I was working 2 jobs and, you know, going to school full time. So it was just the whole, grind of running in the hamster wheel of everyday life and getting caught up, you know, being young and not really paying attention to my goals. You know, I just got sidetracked. You know, at times we get distracted. So that was one of those times where I was actually distracted, and I actually started hanging out with people who I believe who were not setting goals. And that was a huge part of me. Actually, I stopped setting goals, and I didn't. It subtly happened, and that's another thing where, you know, you and I want to make sure that, like, who are we around and where's our life? You know, who are the top 5 people that we spend the most of our time with? You know, I mean, influence is literally everything, and that's for an entirely different hangout, but it is key. You know, and this, I'm just letting you know this because it's something that I've noticed in my own life, is how I was very driven and very goal oriented, and the next thing I knew, I was, you know, not very goal oriented, not very driven, and I was hanging out clearly with the wrong people, because the next thing I knew, I wasn't writing any goals down. I wasn't taking any, you know, new steps in my life. I wasn't moving forward. I mean, there was things that I wanted to do and that I was trying to pursue, but at the same time, I wasn't accomplishing those things because first of all, I didn't have the right people around me. You know, we really do need to have the people around us who are going to be there to inspire us and push us forward no matter what. You know, to be there to help us to help us along the way. You know, there are people out there that, you know, that can be that for you and I, if we let them. You know, but we've got to seek them out. You know, we've got to get rid of the people that don't, you know, align with that vision and get with the people that do. Because if we don't, we, you know, may just very well miss out on our chance of reaching our destiny and inspiring others and adding value and moving forward. Because I can tell you right now, if I was still hanging out with the same people that I hung out with, you know, 10 years ago, and let me let you know, these are all awesome people who I love, you know, I would not be speaking to you today. I would not have had the courage. First of all, I wouldn't have had the knowledge. I wouldn't have been here because the people that I hung out with, they weren't reading every day. Neither was I. They weren't studying every day. They weren't listening to audios every day. They weren't learning and growing on a new level, because honestly, we were oblivious to the fact. We didn't know that there was a thing called success that you could find by studying other successful people. So getting back on track here, I, you know, really want to go back to the, you know, the goal side of things, meaning that, you know, I was setting a lot of goals and I saw myself really producing very well, got sidetracked and started hanging out with the wrong people and just wasn't paying attention and ended up missing out on my goals, you know. And so because I ended up missing out on my goals, because I wasn't paying attention, I ended up, you know, not doing the things that I wanted to do. And I finally, you know, woke up when I graduated college and saw that, oh my gosh, there's more to life than what I want to do. There's more to life than, you know, sitting in a cubicle or just going to work and going to a 9-to-5 job, you know. Because I mean, honestly, you know, I graduated with a, you know, with my degree, with a bachelor's degree in film, and that's my passion. That's what I love to do, you know. And I thought, you know, I'm going to go out to Hollywood. I'm already in Southern California. I'm going to go out to Hollywood, and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to make these movies, and I'm going to just, you know, this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to inspire people through these films, and I don't even know what I'm doing. But at the same time, you know, looking back at it, you know, I always had the destiny in me, and I think you do too. We all do, and I know that you do. We all have a destiny. We're not, in my opinion, I mean, I believe that we're all not just walking around the planet. We all have different talents and a uniqueness about us, you know, that causes us to be different than every other person on the planet, that causes us to have the ability to inspire people in a different way than anyone else. One moment, please. Thank you for that. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather today, but I did want to just step out really quick. So getting back to the point is that, you know, we all have a destiny, we all have a dream, we all have the reason that we're here on this planet. We're not just walking around the planet because, you know, we're just here as human beings, like, oh, with no purpose, but we all have a purpose. If you have a destiny, and I know that you have a destiny because I have a destiny, and you're no different than me, and I'm no different than you. We may look different, but let me let you know, we may have a different past, a different life. We maybe have walked down a different road, but in the end, you know, we all really look, we're all very similar in a unique way. We all have, you know, the fact that we're all humans in common. You know, you and I are both humans. In time, your destiny is completely different than mine, and my destiny is completely different than yours. And so one of the things that, I just really felt inspired about, was simply that, or one of the things that I'm really very inspired about is to simply say that, you and I are here for a purpose. And you and I are here to succeed, in my opinion, and we're here to help others succeed. Our goal, humans, I just believe that we're here to help each other. My aunt actually told me that a few years ago, and I didn't really know what she meant, and it really stuck with me. She was like, we're all here. She's like, believe it or not, we're all here to help each other. I was like, wow. And I didn't really know too much I knew nothing about my destiny. I knew nothing about my life purpose. I knew nothing about the different things that, that I was supposed to do to help other people grow and learn in business or in life, and so getting back on track with the goal-oriented side of things, I believe that that's why I'm here talking to you today. I believe that I'm here to help you reach your destiny. I'm here to help you to take the next steps in your life and the next steps in your business. And if you haven't been aware of the fact that your life has a purpose, that today's the day for you to find out that your life does have a purpose, that your life does have meaning, that you can help others achieve their goals. At Empower Network, another one of our main things is to focus on helping other people achieve their goals. Because when you and I take our eyes off of ourselves and start to help other people, there's no way that you can't be successful. Society teaches us to focus on ourselves, to do our own thing. Like I said, when I was in school, I was graduating and I was doing my own thing, and I was very self-absorbed. I was very focused on what I was doing, and I forgot about the real reality of what life is really about. Life is not about me. Life is about you and everyone else on the planet, and helping other people achieve their goals. And I know that I haven't reached my destiny unless I've done that. Unless I've done everything that I knew how to do to help someone else succeed in life, to help someone else recognize their dream, to help someone else reach their dreams, to help someone else move forward in a way that inspires others to shift and transform, into another level of thinking and another way of living life that is happy, that brings peace, that brings prosperity and harmony. That is the kind of vision that I like to talk about. And that's the kind of vision that I dream of for you, because I know that you have the ability to take the next steps in your life and the next steps in your business. So key number one to one of the lessons that I've learned from the top producers in the online marketing industry is set goals. Like I said earlier, I briefly mentioned it. I got back from Nashville about a week and a half ago from our event with Empower Network. There, I was actually looking over my notes just the other day, and what really stuck out to me was one of the speakers actually mentioned set some new goals. So if your goals are looking a little dusty, or you haven't set any goals in a while, or maybe you have set goals but they're not very clearly defined goals, and you haven't written out your vision, I want to encourage you today to do that. Get clear on that what you desire. What is it that you want to accomplish this week? What is it that you want to accomplish this month? What is it that you want to accomplish this year? Get specific on the goals that you want to accomplish, because when you and I set goals, we set that intention to accomplish things. I believe that when it's in alignment with what we're supposed to be doing, or what it is that we're supposed to have, or even if it's not, that it will be done. So we do want to be careful what it is that we write down. So, you want to make sure that it's what you actually desire. You don't want to write down something that you don't really want, and you're going to be unhappy with, 2 months down the road or 2 years down the road. So I encourage you today to set some new goals. Get a fresh start. Start writing down the goals that really matter to you. What is it that you want to accomplish, in your life and in your business, no matter what business you're a part of, no matter what it is that you're doing, to set some new goals today. Get started on setting, believing in yourself, believing in yourself and setting some new goals for yourself. I really encourage you to just begin to do that. You got to recognize where it is that you want to change, and the things that you want to do for yourself, and your life, and your family. Set some new goals. So that was one of the main things that I wrote down. It just seems, like I said, very simple, very basic stuff. It's not like it's rocket science. What it really is all you're doing is doing what you already know how to do. You know how to set some new goals. And how do you set new goals? Is you write it down, because guess what? It's not a goal unless you and I write it down. So we've got to write down the things that we want to accomplish, so that way we actually end up accomplishing them. And not only do we want to write the goals down, we also want to make sure we put them in a place where we can actually see them on a daily basis. One of my favorite speakers and mentors is Jim Rohn. He, taught a lot about, how having strong goals, because they pull you through. He's like, it's like a magnet. It pulls you through. So I encourage you today to make sure that you are, writing goals that, are actually, bigger than you could actually, dream of. It's a goal that you can't even imagine accomplishing, or you don't even know how to accomplish. One of my other awesome favorite mentors is Bob Proctor, and he talks a lot about how, if it doesn't, I believe he says something along the lines, don't quote me on this, but he does talk about how if your goal, if you know how to accomplish your goal, then it's not a big enough goal. Or if you know how to accomplish your dream, it's not a big enough dream, which means that you and I have to step out of the box and really set some goals that are beyond our capacity to actually achieve. And that is when we know that we are actually moving in the way of our destiny. Because our destiny is not about standing small. Our destiny is not about mediocrity. Our destiny is about taking massive action and taking the next steps in our lives and the next steps in our business to help other people get the results that they desire. So goal setting, get your goals written down. And not only do you want to get your goals written down, but another successful tip that I've learned from my mentors and leaders here at Empower Network is to focus on helping other people. It's like one person actually mentioned how we want to make sure that we're not focused. So I take this back. Actually, they mentioned how you want to make sure that you're not focusing on your goals. It's not like, oh, I want to reach this income, but I want, how many people are you going to help reach that income? Because when you help other people reach that certain amount of income, like say I want to earn $10,000 a month, what you and I actually really want to do is set the focus on how can I help X amount of people earn $10,000 this month. Because when you and I help other people earn that amount of money, there's no way that we won't earn it too. I mean, honestly, what we put out there comes back to us, I believe. And so when we put that stuff out there, it's going to come back. So when you and I focus on how can I help someone else, we take the focus off of ourselves, and it's no longer like such a big struggle. It's a struggle when we're looking out for just ourselves, but we expand our mind to open up to let our goals revolve around actually helping other people. That is really what this is all about, and that is really, what I believe our true destiny is, to really help the next person get to where they're going. Because if we are so absorbed in ourselves, we can't really do that. First of all, I don't think we can achieve a dream alone. We need the help of other people. Each and every one of us has, if we have a dream that's a destiny-driven dream, we have to have the help of other people. We are not going to be able to do it alone. If we try it, we're going to end up mediocre, not very happy in a cubicle at a job that we probably hate. So one of the first steps is to set goals, and not only set goals, but around helping other people. I think it was David Wood who said we want to help them accomplish their goals, not our goals, but their goals. So you can map that out the way that you see fit for you and your business. But one of the key things is, first of all, get your goals down on paper. Get your goals down on paper. And a little side note of that is, let your goals include not only you. Let your goals include the people that you want to help, your target market. And that's for a whole other hangout. But let your goals include somebody else, and not just what you want to do, but how can you help the next person reach the next steps in their life and take the next steps in their business? How can you inspire someone else to move forward in the way of their dreams? How can you inspire someone else to reach their destiny? How can you believe in someone else? How can you believe in yourself? Write down the things that you want to do this year. Write down the things that you want to do today. Write down the things that you want to do this month and take action on that. Let's see. I also wrote down here is, we definitely, number 2 is take action on our goals. Because we can have all these goals and do all these things, but if we're not taking action on them, we're not accomplishing anything. So one of the next step, like I said earlier, this is very simple, basic stuff that you already know how to do. Everything that you need is inside of you. And one of the things that I've actually heard my mentor David Wood talk about in one of his audios was that, he was failing for, I call it temporary defeat, which is actually what Dr. Napoleon Hill talks a lot about in his book, Think and Grow Rich, and probably some of his other books too. But he talks about that, we're never failing. What we really are is just reaching temporary defeat, a place where we're defeated. We just have to get back up again and keep going. Failure is only when we stop, really. So one of David Wood's, temporary defeats was simply when he, was trying to make the network marketing business work. It wasn't working, and he finally had to take a look at himself. But because it wasn't working, he found that when it started to work, the reason that it started to work was simply because he decided to take action on that which he had learned years prior. The first things that he learned when he got into network marketing that he didn't start doing, that he learned from the people that were super successful, that were driving that had owned private jets, and we're basically millionaires. And keep in mind, there's no guarantee you'll earn any money from the Empower Network's products or services. Please see the income disclosure at empowernetwork.com empowernetwork.com/income.php. So just understand that there's no guarantee you'll earn any money from that, but also that David Wood, who's actually the founder of Empower Network, started out not knowing what to do, and he failed with temporary defeat for many years. And when he finally started to succeed was when he finally made the decision to actually do what he already knew how to do. He called someone and said, "What do I do?" And it was the same thing that he had learned when he first got started. So I want to encourage you today, let's learn the lesson of listening and learning from the top people who are already where we want to go, people who are clearly earning more money than we are. Listening to those people, catching the vision, and taking action on that which we learn. Bob Proctor, I was watching a video of him the other day, and he talked about, the fact that we want to make sure that we're studying, but we want to get in the habit of doing what we're studying. We want to make sure that we're executing what we're studying, because we can study, learn about these successful people, about setting goals and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. But if we're not doing it, we're not going to get there. So the key for you and I would be to take the action. Move forward by taking the next steps in our lives and the next steps in our business by deciding to take action on a daily basis. Not only just any kind of action, but massive action. Because toe dipping, I've learned from my mentor, Darren Hardy, and David Wood, doesn't get you very far in business. You and I have to step out. We've got to risk some things if we're going to win. And believe me and trust me, I believe in my heart that it's if it's our destiny, it's where we're supposed to be, and we're going to come out good on the other side. And even if it's the wrong decision, we're still going to come out good on the other side. So take the step anyway. I mean, don't take foolish risks or make foolish decisions, but really weigh them and really, take wise risks for your business, for your destiny, for the people that you're supposed to help, your family, your children, whoever it is that you want to inspire. Make sure that you're taking the action, in the way of your dreams by first and foremost moving forward by taking the first step, and not only not toe dipping, but jumping jump right into the water and reach your destiny. So action is key. The third and last point that I wanted to make is make some new decisions. That's something else that I had learned at the Empower Network event, was make some new decisions. Decide to, what do you need to do differently today that you weren't doing yesterday that you're not doing now? What is it that's not working in your business? What do you need to, what solution do you need to find for your business? What solution, what problem does your target market have that you can actually help them accomplish? Things like that. I don't know what new decisions you need to make in your own personal life, but in relation to network marketing or online marketing, one of the things that, I've learned from a lot of my mentors is to focus on how can I help them achieve their goals. And one way that we can do that is by solving a problem. First of all, finding out who our target market is. Second of all, really connecting with them, and not only connecting with them, but, connecting with them by finding out what are their problems and then solving their problem. That's the first step. And that's also the key to really winning, is what I've learned from many of my top entrepreneur, leaders and mentors. And once again, please see the income disclosure at empowernetwork.com /income.php. So I really did want to bring you here today to just really discuss those three things. Set goals, the things you already know how to do. Set goals, write it down, because it's not a goal unless you write it down. Step two, take massive action. You got to act on that which you learn. Don't just learn and not take any action, but take massive action. And three, make some new decisions. Decide what it is that you need to start doing today to take the next steps in your life and the next steps in your business in order to move forward to inspire someone else. How can you help someone else reach their goals? How can you help your target market do that this week? Because when you do that, that's when you're going to be able to win in your business. And don't quote me on that, because let me tell you, once again, there's no guarantee that you'll earn any money. And I gotta give you the income disclosure part of Empower Network. And so going back to where we started in the beginning of this call, I got started with Empower Network because I wanted to know. I saw people I actually saw that the top people in the network marketing industry or online marketing industry were with this company. And they were all from different walks of life. And they all, had approached me from a different video or a different banner or a different conference call at different points in time. It wasn't like I saw them all at once. It was like they all, there were signs. Like, first of all, one showed up, and I was typing something in Google and it popped up out of nowhere, and I thought, okay, who's this? It was when I was actually searching for the material. So he popped up, and it was like, wow, this guy kind of solves my problem. I didn't take action on it, so I didn't get started. And then someone else popped up, and I didn't take action on it, didn't get started. And then finally, my mentor, Paul Hutchings, popped up, and I decided that I was going to take action, move forward. And so I got started with Empower Network because I knew that the top people in the industry were with this company. And I knew that if they could do it, I could do it too. I could win too. And I know that you can win too. If they can do it, if I can do it, you can absolutely do it. We all have the ability to achieve our ultimate purpose, our destiny in life. We can all win if we so choose to. We have to make some new decisions, right? If we're not already in the way moving forward with our destiny, we can make a new decision today to step up and step out and reach our destiny. And one of the ways that you and I can do that is by, first and foremost, or one way that you can do that is by joining me with Empower Network. If you are a person who is passionate about, telling others about your vision and the things that you care the most about, whatever that is for you, you can actually get started today with Empower Network. You can join us today. You can get started, and you can be a part of this movement of entrepreneurs who are actually moving in the way of freedom, who are speaking vision and actually living out their vision through the power of Empower Network. This has been one of the most phenomenal companies that I've ever run into, one of the most phenomenal companies that I've ever seen, and one of the greatest experiences of my life. Never in my life before have I been able to connect and actually get up next to at a live event to the most successful people in the online marketing industry or in any industry. I mean, I have been able to get around several different entrepreneurs who you probably know. Tracy Walker, Paul Hutchings, David Wood, Lawrence Tam. There's just, I could just name so many that I was actually privileged enough and, blessed enough to be a part of the community. And who can do that? It's like Jim Rohn said, anybody. Anybody can join Empower Network. Anybody can stand up next to Tracy Walker. Anybody can get to know, can speak their vision to help inspire some other people through the power of Empower Network. Anybody can do that. So I want to encourage you today to get started with Empower Network. Join us. You've probably already heard, if you're watching this, you've probably already heard of the company somewhere, some way, somewhere down the line. And I want to encourage you today to get started no matter what. Join us. Join us here, Join us here at Empower Network. Get started with us. Join us. Jump on this awesome opportunity. Don't wait, because, the opportunity is there now, but who knows? Who knows how long the opportunity is going to be there? So what I want you to do is go ahead and click the link at the bottom of this video, and click on it and get started today. I think it's what, $9 to start out with for like the whole. You can start with the whole Kalatu brand thing, and you can actually get started today with Kalatu. Basically, it's $9 to start, and then eventually it will cost you $25 a month. But at the same time, you also get the affiliate program for 2 months. Which usually costs you $25 a month. So you can get started today for $9 and actually get started with Kalatu, which is our blogging platform. And then not only do you get that, but you also get 2 months free of the affiliate program. And then after that, it'll be $25 a month for the affiliate program, I believe, somewhere along those lines. Don't quote me on that. It might be $19, but then it's also $25 a month for the blogging platform. And if you're thinking, oh, I don't really want to spend that much money, well, let me let you know, you're really going to miss out on achieving you're taking the next steps in your life and the next steps in your business, because you won't run into something like this again. You won't run into the $9, try out the Kalatu brand plus the affiliate program for $9 just to see if it works. And guess what? Your money back guarantee. If you don't like it, within 14 days, you can actually request a refund and get your refund. If you feel called to this business right now, I would really connect with you and really encourage you to take the next step. Pull out your credit card and fill out the form. Click on the link below and get started today, because if you wait, this offer might not be here. If you wait to join this movement, you might miss out on the opportunities that you could have actually pursued here with Empower Network. You may miss out on being the person that you desire to be, the person who wants to reach their destiny by inspiring others through a blogging platform that has already helped so many people earn so much money. And keep in mind the income disclosure. Please see it at empowernetwork.com/income.php. You know, I mean, David Wood, who's actually our founder of the company, actually has a vision and the belief that he is going to create 100 millionaires this year, 2015, this year. So if you are not already with Empower Network, I would encourage you to get in, because not only are you going to get in and just like hear, success stories, but you're going to get in, you're going to get trained by people who are actually in a position to train you, because they probably are earning more money than you are. They've probably been more successful than you have online, and they're probably just the teachers that you've been waiting for to step out and teach you on how you can take the next steps in your life, and how you can actually win with Empower Network, how you can actually win with the blogging platform, and how you can actually speak your vision to other people to help inspire and help others reach their destiny. So with that, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you. Have an awesome day. Click the link below, pull out your credit card, click in the information, and get in today, because this offer may not be here tomorrow. I mean, you might not see the $9, 14-day your money back guarantee if you don't like it. So I encourage you today, step out in faith, spend the $9, invest in yourself, believe in yourself, and trust and know that you can win with the power of Empower Network. Have an awesome day. Thanks for watching. I'm Chanel Childs.